Aha, welcome back to the vlog. I'm outside Central World today, but don't worry, I'm not going to do a review of them all, but I will tell you why I'm here in just a second. Let's go for a walk. I'm outside Central World here. I was having a conversation with someone the other day, because now I'm searching for jobs, looking more and more at the economy, at the money, seeing where the money is, seeing where opportunities are. I started looking in. I said it before, Bangkok is one of those cities. Money's everywhere here. You just gotta look around. All these shopping malls, all these 7-Elevens, fancy cars, high rises, condos, apartments, office spaces, everywhere. It's just money piled into this city. I thought, who has this money? Who's building all this? I got looking, and there's a couple of families that I do want to talk about today, but I found out that the 5 richest families in Thailand, they do in fact own the majority of the things out here. But I'm only going to talk about 2, and you'll see why it's so powerful. I'm going to do a loop here and go walk back up. I'm going to talk about 2 families that run Thailand basically. First of all, Central World, owned by the Central Group. Now, Central Group own a lot of things. There's a lot of malls out here that's owned by Central Group. So as I walk down here, this Big C is just here. Now let me tell you, Central own Big C, and they own all the Big C's in Thailand. So I whipped my phone out, I just had a look at some information. The more I look into this, the more impressed I am. Central Group, the 2 groups that I want to talk about is Central Group and CP. Central Group, I'll start with, obviously owns Central World, and there's 22 department stores like this across Thailand. 22 of them. Crazy to think like that. That's a lot of department stores. And these aren't just like small little shopping malls that we used to have in England. These are mega malls, I would call them. Go inside, it's truly impressive. And 22 of these, and over 50 Robinsons as well. If you know Thailand, if you've been to Thailand, you would have seen a Robinson shopping mall. And there's over 50 of them around Thailand, and it's all owned by the Central Group. And also, I just walked past their Big C. They own all the Big C's in Thailand. It's crazy. And recently, they've been venturing out. I feel like once they got to a stage now where they're at their maturity of the in the market, they're starting to venture out. Recently, they've acquired our old friend back in the UK, Selfridges. Obviously, had a rough time during the lockdown and whatnot. They needed bailing out. Who came to the rescue? Central. So they slapped 6 billion on the table and now acquired 50% of Selfridges. And because they acquired Selfridges, Selfridges owned a load of other luxury department stores across Europe. But yeah, that's pretty interesting to find out, because that kind of made me proud as a Thai citizen. That's like, wow, Selfridges is a highly renowned shopping shop, or whatever you call it, a retail store in the UK, and one that I could never afford to shop in, because they stock brands such as Gucci, Louis Vuitton, you know, all your high-end brands that you would have heard of, Dior. Yeah, for a Thai company to go over there and just slap 6 billion on the table, here you go, I'll bail you out. And now they're trying to revolutionize the way of shopping over there. So it'd be interesting to see what they come up with, because of course they have experience in Thailand, but Europe's a whole different market. It's a different ball game over there. So yeah, that made me kind of like proud being a Thai citizen. But another group that I want to talk about. I'm sorry, I'm dripping. It's boiling in Thailand at the moment. It's like 40 degrees or whatever. It's only like 8 a.m. in the morning and I'm dripping already. And it feels like about 45, if not more, close to 50 probably. So the second group that I want to talk about is CP. And CP is a bigger group than Central, which is hard to believe. But CP own all the 7-Elevens in Thailand, for example. They've acquired Tesco, so they bought out Tesco a few years ago and now rebranded it all to Lotus, as we know. So when you're in Thailand, you would know about Lotus. You know, you will see Lotus Express or big Lotus malls out here. It's the direct competitor to Big C. They also own one of the 2 major Wi-Fi companies here. So there's True and AIS. and True is owned by the CP Group. So yeah, it's a very interesting topic, the two big conglomerates. And what impresses me the most is, let me take you here. Let's go for a walk, shall we? So what impresses me the most about these two groups is, of course, being Thai owned. It makes me kind of proud to be Thai, and I'm proud to call it a Thai company. But the fact that they own a large percentage of their respective markets here in Thailand, so you're talking over 50%. So before CP acquired Tesco, there was opposition saying that, you know, it's not good for Thailand, it's not good for the economy for one major company to just own everything, because they'll become a monopoly in the country and it won't give way to newer businesses, entrepreneurs to start up. It'll be much more difficult to operate here. But on the other hand, I kind of like what they're doing. I'm sorry, I'm just waffling on now. I'm just going to put my thoughts, and I'm going to leave it as unedited, because, you know, I'm done with this YouTube malarkey. So yeah, just my thoughts. I kind of like it that they are monopolizing the whole economy here, and I think it's a good thing, because I think a lot of Thais would not know that these families are out here. You know, there's few and far between, but there's certain families out here that just control everything. To the naked eye, you just walk past, you will see Big C, you'll see Central, you know, you'll see all these buildings, all these skyscrapers, and you think, yo, there's a lot of money out here, but no one really looks into where the money's coming from or what the money is. So I've not even mentioned like Thai Bev, the Singh family, Red Bull, the King Power, all these giant corporations. I've not even mentioned those. I'm just talking about these two, just to give you an idea of, you know, these Thai large companies. And what do I think about them just running the place pretty much. I'm going to sum this video up now. I think it's good for the economy that these giant corporations are running the place. You know, asked me a year ago, I would have said the opposite. I would have said it's not fair. You know, all the money goes to the rich, the poor get poorer. But I believe this strategy is growing the economy. I believe it strongly, actually, because what happens is it makes it harder for international companies to come to Thailand and operate here. Because imagine another supermarket coming to Thailand and trying to outdo Big C and Lotus. It's not going to happen. They have too much of a stronghold here in Thailand. And what other companies is going to come set up a mall here? You know, it's not going to happen. It'll cost far too much in revenue, and it'll be very difficult for a foreign investor or foreign company to come and take over. So yeah, I mean, I think it's good. It keeps it within the country and it's growing the economy, and the fact that we're expanding to the European market and to other Asian markets as well is very good. And for CP to be the largest foreign investor in China, that says it all, you know. Everyone's an investor in China, aren't they? And for a little Thai company that's out here to be number one, for example, their company registration was 0001. So they were the first foreign investor and also the largest. And that just puts it into perspective on how big this operation is, how big these companies are, and how much of a stronghold they hold out here. And yeah, it's an interesting topic to talk about. I thought I'd come out here, just share my thoughts, share some facts with you, which you may or may not have known. Until a few days ago, I didn't know a lot of this stuff. The more I read about it, the more it opens my mind. There's still a lot that I don't know about these companies, so I'm still looking into it. Yeah, the more, like I say, the more I know, the more it blows my mind. And I like the business approach. I like the aggressive strategy that they're going with, you know. And like I say, I think as long as there's a higher power to govern what these companies do For example, in our case, we have the royal family. As long as they're there to keep check on everyone, I think it's going to be okay. I think, you know, Thais won't know any better anyway. So, and if I think it's best that way. If Thais start knowing where the money is, they'll start saying, oh, what my future kids, it's going to be a struggle for them to start businesses, to run businesses, to compete. So it's all going to be a whole new debate. But as long as they don't know, as long as they keep it on the down low, but keep Thailand as a whole, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to leave it here anyway. I don't know. I've just waffled on too much now, so I'm going to